How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Twigger here with another high ELO commentary featuring the solo mid laner for Team Solo Mid, Bjergsen. This is one of his many Smurfs, Bjergnanas. And he's playing Fizz in the mid lane, which should be very exciting. I've been looking at his match histories, and he is playing an awful lot of Fizz recently. So you wonder if this might be something that he's really trying to practice on for the NA LCS playoffs that are coming up this week. So very excited to see how he does against a fairly standard pick like Lulu, who has more wave clear, a little bit more of a safe champion, while Bjergsen is going this full AP assassin on Fizz. So very cool stuff. Hopefully it'll be a really good game. I'm actually going to go up here for a second because it looks like we have the first gank going on with a counter gank coming from the Jarvan. A lot of damage going down on the Tryndamere. The Ignite's ticking, but a health pot is going to keep him alive for now. Looks like Irelia is going to be the first blood going down to Jarvan. And now Lee Sin is trying to pick off this this Tryndamere. Does manage to get the slow from the Tempest, and this is probably going to be one dead Tryndamere. But, oh, and the Q does connect even through the rotating spin of death. And that's going to be 2 kills for the purple team, Bjergsen's team, and only the 1, but the first blood going in favor of the blue team. But it looks like now Bjergsen and Lee Sin going to try to make something happen here on the Lulu. She is a little bit too quick, though. Don't think anything's going to come from this one, but Lee Sin now sitting pretty with the double buffs. So as I was just saying here, it looks like we also have Locodoco in this game, the coach for Team Solo Mid. These guys very well might be duo queuing. Playing that Irelia up in the top lane, which should once again be very cool to see. Don't believe that Locodoco is a consistent top laner. I don't think that's his main role, but should be cool nonetheless. And to see Bjergsen on an assassin type mid laner is always something really good to watch, because I don't know about you guys, but he hasn't really been playing assassins mid recently in the NALCS. So I'm gonna really enjoy seeing this him back on some of his better champions. But the Ignite ticking down on him right now, not going to be enough. That health pot keeping him alive for just long enough. So a little bit of a failed gank there for the blue team. But yeah, as I was saying previously, he is so good on assassins. When he plays aggressive champions like Zed or Fizz or Yasuo, he does normally extremely well. But then he started going with those I'm actually going to rewind that just so we can see this. He was going a lot more with the standard meta safe picks like Lulu and things, and I just didn't really like it as much. I find it way more exciting when he's playing a hardcore carry like Fizz. But it looks like Lulu just getting caught out here. No mana, and Lisa's going to pick that one up really easily with that the slow coming from the red buff and his Tempest. So, way to go, Lee Sin. Currently on a killing spree, but Locodoco in a little bit of trouble with this Tryndamere. Don't think Loco is going to be getting out of this one. Manages to get through a little bit. Going to stun him up and try to get away from this, and does manage to survive. Way to go, Locodoco. Showing us how it's done. Now looking down at the bot lane, Leona Kog'Maw versus Lucian and Nami. Pretty standard lanes going. Very strong ADCs in terms of Lucian. Oh, but here we go. Here's the gank onto the Tryndamere. The Q does land. The red buff proc is currently on Tryndamere, but not going to chase underneath the turret. Probably would have died if he went underneath that turret. That was going to do a lot of damage to him, but definitely getting the upper edge on this this Tryndamere right now. So it looks like Nami taking a ton of damage. The Zenith Blade is going to land. The Flash having to come out of both supports to try to pick this one up. Zenith Blade is not going to be ready yet, and it looks like she's taking a lot of damage from the Lucian. The Flash coming out of the Kog'Maw to pick up the Nami, but it looks like the Flash coming out of the Lucian as well. The shield currently on the Leona. Leona is going to be taken down, but here comes Jarvan for a bit of a gank coming up the lane. Going to get the knock up onto the Kog'Maw. Lucian going to try to do enough damage to pick him off, but it looks like Kog'Maw might get the return kill with his Acathian Surprise. I'm not entirely sure yet. No, he's going to dash away, and Lucian is going to save himself from that one. And that's going to be a 2 for none. Oh, no, sorry. The Nami did die from the Kog'Maw. So a 2 for 1 in favor of that blue team in the bot lane. It was 1 kill to the Kog'Maw, 1 kill to the Lucian, but Nami picking up 2 assists and Jarvan getting a kill there. So he's sitting pretty right now at 2-1-0, but not as much as the Lee Sin, who's currently sitting at 3-0. Oh, but it looks like Bjergsen trying to go in here. Not actually going to go in on that one. Just going to toss the ultimate, make the Lulu a little bit scared. My god, Lee Sin doing so much damage here. He does have his ultimate, but it's not going to be enough to kill the Jarvan. Just barely not enough damage to end that kill. Too bad for the Lee Sin, but we're just seeing right there how much stronger Lee Sin is than the Jarvan. He meets Jarvan in the brush and just decimates him. And it looks like Lee Sin going to try to protect this ward. Does land the Q. I wonder if he's going to go in on this one. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just going to try to protect that pink ward, but it is probably not going to last for very long. Nami's probably just going to go back up there, get that one single auto attack off, and call it a day. So we're now back to the farming game, and since nothing's really happening, I'll go over the CS numbers right now. Right now, Tryndamere has a slight lead in that top lane, 42-34. Lee Sin winning in the jungle, 33-26. Very even in the mid lane, 41-40. And that's saying a lot because Fizz normally has to be put himself in bad situations to get CS. And Lulus can normally really abuse the Fizz because of that. Because Fizz is melee range, can normally get a lot of damage out on him every time and punish him for getting CS. So very well done from Bjergsen. But looks like the Leona wanted to start a little bit of a fight there, but Kog'Maw was a little bit further back. Not going to get as much damage on the Nami as they want. In the bot lane, we have, once again, a fairly even lane, 52-49. But because of that Relic Shield that Leona has, a little bit of a CS advantage for the supports and, of course, for the ADCs, because they do get that share of the bounty. And it looks like everybody's just kind of happy with playing this, this farming up game. But it looks like we have a bit of invade going on here. Tryndamere smells this one. So it looks like nothing is going to happen from that one. Tryndamere going all the way down here to place a ward in that brush. Going to get a very deep ward. Really wants to know where that Lee Sin is and probably help the mid laner out a little bit too. What is Bjergsen going to do? Looks like he's going to start farming his Wraiths up. That might be how he's keeping his CS numbers so high, is that he's just probably constantly going in to do these Wraiths just to make sure that he can keep up with this Lulu and really stay relevant. Fizz is a very strong champion once you get some items on him, especially that Lich Bane. When that thing gets completed, his burst potential is nuts. Locodoco going to get caught out a little bit here. The great flash reaction time. It looks like Lee Sin's going to try to get in. The ultimate being popped by Tryndamere is going to get knocked into turret range. So Jarvan being taken very low. It looks like Lee Sin might actually have enough to take down both of these guys. He does take down one, but not going to actually fight the Tryndamere. Going to just flash into his turret range, and that's going to be the end of that fight. The ultimate, oh my god, he does get the double kill, but it looks like we have some damage going down onto the Lucian. Leona trying to get in on this one, taking a full culling to the face, but is going to get that Xenoblade onto the Lucian. Now the shield's up for the Leona, but wow, Nami taking so much damage, is going to get slowed by that goo from Kog'Maw. I don't know if they're going to have enough to take her down. One ultimate lands, and he does get the kill. Holy crap, just barely enough damage to finish that one off, but he will definitely take that and swagger on back to his turret and probably go home and buy himself some sweet items. Very well played by the blue team bot lane on that one. And Lee Sin picking up the double kill in that top lane. Picked off that the Jarvan, and then later on, I don't exactly know how it happened, but pretty miraculous that he ends up killing the Tryndamere as well. Very well done. Lee Sin having a great game. Already has that Spirit of the Elder Lizard done. Already has his the Sight Stone, which is going to give him a lot of ward coverage, allow him to make those insect plays, and looks like he's going for his Mercury Treads, but you can also see what great jungling this Lee Sin is doing for his team. Not only does he have the Sight Stone, but he still buys a green ward, and he buys an additional pink ward, so Fizz also, Bjergsen buying a pink ward as well. Looks like the purple team is really trying to set up some ward coverage and start making some plays happen. Lee Sin found a pink ward in the red brush, and I don't know if Jarvan's really going to be able to tango with this Lee Sin. Lee Sin's got a whole level up on him, so probably not going to favor that one. They did manage to take down that pink ward, so definitely a victory for the Lee Sin there. And once again, Lucian taking a little bit of damage. Nami trying to return some stuff back, but Lee Sin now looking and eyeing at that dragon. But Fizz once again trying to get in here to do some damage to the Lulu. Takes her down to about half HP. Bjergsen is definitely smelling blood here, playing quite aggressively. But Lee Sin once again just kind of standing in this Dragon Brush, is going to now safeguard to the ward and come in here. The Jarvan is here for the gank. Kog'Maw taking a ton of damage, gets taken down very quickly. The Leona ultimate coming down, but a great Q from Lee Sin dodging that minion. Is he going to be able to take down the Lucian? Not currently. A full culling hitting him in the face, and the shutdown bonus going to Lucian. The red buff now is on the Lucian, and they get the proc off onto Leona. This is going to be an easy tower dive. Jarvan taking this one up. There's going to be the kill. Double kill going for the Lucian, and Jarvan picking up that first kill onto the Kog'Maw. Darn, it was just the Lee Sin had the right idea waiting there to come in for the gank, but he just got there a little bit too late, and that was just a free kill on the Kog'Maw, and then they just didn't have the damage to deal with him. Bjergsen having a flash out of that one to try to get out of the turret range. Locodoco is now tanking up the turret, gonna be enough to take down the Lulu, but while that's all being said and done, Tryndamere just stayed up in the top lane and took down Locodoco's turret, so I can't really say that that's the best trade I've ever seen, but should maybe put the Lulu on the back foot for Bjergsen to just kind of harass now. Does already have that Sheen, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage, and I wonder how much money he's sitting on. 770, so not enough to finish off that, what am I trying to say here? The Lich Bane, there we go. He's actually just going to opt for his tier 2 boots, get those Sork boots going, try to get as much magic pendant as he can to really try to punish this Lulu. And he's doing very well in CS, like as normal, 89 CS to the 78 of Lulu. And being a melee champ, that is really, really impressive. Gotta give Bjergsen credit. He is a pretty phenomenal player. But it looks like he's now back in the lane. Gonna go just super aggressive onto the Lulu. Take her down to, well, take a little chunk of her health down. Just kind of making her feel like he's the boss. The Zenith Blade missing onto the Jarvan means that there's probably not going to be a great engage here. The exhaust going down. Looks like Leona really does want this one. The ultimate coming down. Nami being slowed down, but here comes the Lulu. Bjergsen hasn't roamed at all. Lee Sin is now jumping in onto that Nami. Looks like she's not going to be taken down. The exhaust going down onto the Lee Sin, and he, for some reason, gets stuck right in that little shrub there. But it looks like this is just a horrible fight. The teleport coming down from Tryndamere is going to be enough to secure them the triple kill. And it looks like nothing's really going to happen from that Acathian surprise. Bjergsen is now here. They do have vision of this, so he might try to throw out his ultimate to try to make something happen here. There's the ultimate. This might be a dead Jarvan. Not quite yet, though. Locodoco going up and taking down the first tier turret of that top lane. And it looks like Bjergsen's not actually going to jump in here, so the Dragon going to the blue team. And Bjergsen just going to try to go back to his lane and try to get some CS, maybe try to put some pressure on that turret. So definitely a fight that was in favor of the blue team, now sitting just over 2.5k in the lead, 13.5 minutes into the game. Pretty intense stuff, pretty action-packed game, 10 kills and 9 kills. Definitely like seeing that. But I really want to see it when Bjergsen starts getting a bit more ramped up on Fizz. Want to see if he goes for Deathfire Grasp. That's a pretty standard item on Fizz as well if you want to go for that true assassinate damage build. But Bjergsen now going to go aggressive on Lulu, but he doesn't know that Tryndamere is right here. The slow is not yet coming from... Oh, but the flash coming in from Lulu, so looks like there was a bit of a miscommunication. Tryndamere already started walking away from that one, and that's just a wasted flash, so that was definitely a miscommunication. If Tryndamere had followed, he would have been able to get his own slow down onto Bjergsen, and they might have been able to chase that one down for a kill, but sadly was not going to happen, and Bjergsen's just going to kind of trickster away from that. So it looks like there's now a 3-man push in this mid lane. Irelia is just sitting here waiting. Lucian gets stunned up by a great Leona ultimate. Is going to get locked down by the Q as well. That shield was really good onto the Lucian. It looks like Locodoco's Irelia is going to pick up that kill, but the Leona got traded for that Lucian kill. Definitely worth it for the purple team to get that one, though. Now Jarvan taking a lot of damage. Lee Sin is yet to use his kick. Now finally does use it. Decides not to go for any kind of an insect play there. But 1 for 1, definitely in favor of the purple team getting that Lucian down. Just trading the Irelia for it. And now they might be able to put some pressure down onto this first tier turret in the mid lane. Looks like that's not actually going to be what they go for, though. Bjergsen is a little bit low, and he's just going to go B. Same with the Lee Sin, and looks like they're just going to try to take blue buff and kind of go about their day. But Nami does find another pink ward in this backside red brush. I'm going to clear that one out and just slowly but surely taking away some of the vision control that the purple team has been able to accrue during this game. But it's now just under, well, just over a 2k gold lead. So they are managing to slow things down a little bit, bring things back, hopefully, into their favor. Leona going to take a couple shots from the Tryndamere. Haven't seen a Tryndamere in quite some time, so that's going to be really cool to see how he plays out in the mid to late game. Looks like he's opting to go for that Blade of the Ruin King, but going for the Zeal first, so going to try to get into a static shiv with that Avarice Blade, but looks like Fizz is going to try to pick off this Lucian. Going to do a lot of damage to him. I don't think his W is going to be enough to take him out. There it is. Manages to get that last auto attack off. I don't know why the Lucian stayed in melee range of the Fizz, but that was definitely his bad. The slow landing onto the Nami. Bjergsen might just be able to solo a double kill here. Nami does not have her flash available, but Fizz does get bubbled, and Lee Sin comes in to pick up that kill. And it looks like Leona is now taking down the pink ward of the blue team. So that ward is, sorry, that brush is highly contested from both teams. Wonder what they're thinking about that. They really just, I guess, want the Fizz roam, and they don't want to be spotted. Looks like Tryndamere coming over that wall to do a lot of damage. Takes Kog'Maw down to almost a quarter HP. Looks like the Lulu ultimate going to come out to knock down the Kog'Maw a little bit, and that's going to be a kill onto Kog'Maw. Looks like Tryndamere does still have his ultimate, so he's going to be able to survive that Acathian surprise no matter what, but didn't even have to use the ultimate, and he's already back up to half HP. Lulu sitting very, very low, though, so might be a little bit concerned about this one. The Jarvan is now coming out, going to use his ultimate, trapping him and Tryndamere, but a great Lee Sin kick, getting Tryndamere right out of that. The Leona now taking a bit of culling damage, but not going to land on her fully, and this might be a dead Leona. I think Jarvan and Tryndamere just going to solidly take that one down. Cure Mora on the Tryndamere, being able to pick that one up. And it looks like everybody from the purple team is now finally starting to come back into this mid lane. I don't think they're actually going to be able to stop the 5-man push of this blue team. Especially with a Tryndamere knocking down on this turret. There's going to be the mid lane turret for the blue team. Big stuff going on. Looks like Locodoco trying to make something happen here, but it is warded, so they're just going to turn in onto the Locodoco. Might actually be able to do a lot of damage here. Whoa! The burst coming out of Locodoco. That Trinity Force Irelia is not something you want to mess with right now. Lee Sin is going to go in onto the Tryndamere, doing a ton of damage. The Undying Rage finally goes off, but it looks like the Lee Sin just getting killed so quickly. Not able to secure the kill onto the Tryndamere because he had not yet used his ultimate. Very well timed on that. It's Undying Rage, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. I got it right. Why are you second guessing yourself, Twigger? Come on, you've got this. Bjergsen gonna take a little bit of poke from the Lulu. And it looks like everything's now just gonna kind of reset itself. The sweeper coming out to take down that mid ward. And the great emote spam coming from the Nami, showing the utmost level of respect for this blue team. Bubble landing onto Leona, probably gonna take a lot of damage for that one. But here comes Locodoco. Don't know if she's actually gonna go in on this one. No, deciding not to. Just gonna allow this Kog'Maw to farm a little bit. Nope, never mind. Going to take that farm too. They have not managed to take down that first turret in the mid lane. So right now the purple team is far behind in terms of turrets. With the blue team taking down every first tier turret in every lane. Definitely something that they have to consider. Considering they have such a great siege team with Kog'Maw. It's very easy to siege down those turrets. But currently it's just not working for them. The wave clear from Lulu and Nami and Lucian. But Nami having to flash over that red buff just so that way she can get away from that, because a bunch of people from the purple team were right there to greet her. Definitely a good escape on her part. Definitely would have died if she had stayed. Looks like Bjergsen trying to get in onto this Tryndamere. Does quite a bit of damage, but now his Playful Trickster's down, and it looks like Jarvan and the Lulu, sorry, the Nami are all here for Bjergsen. Bjergsen does now have his Playful Trickster. I'm going to try to get some damage. Oh, no. Tried to flash away from the Cataclysm for Jarvan, but the damage is going to be enough to pick him off. And that's going to be one dead Bjergsen. Bjergnanas is sadly dead. But it looks like with the kill, they're finally going to be able to push down that first turret in the mid lane. Slowly but surely trying to even up this gold deficit. Flash coming out of Locodoco to get right in onto Lucian. He's going to get Wild Growth and just flash away from that one. A huge culling doing a ton of damage to Locodoco is going to finally be taken down by Dr. ELO. And now Leona taking a lot of damage as well. Kog'Maw being taken down from the Jarvan. A lot of assists going to the blue team on this one. And that's going to be a perfect time to have a fight like that, because the dragon did just respawn, and that's going to be a free uncontested dragon for the blue team. Secure themselves a very large gold lead for only 20 minutes into this game. Just under a 6k gold lead. That's very, very impressive stuff. Lulu taking a lot of damage from the Leona, but sadly is going to get bubbled, and that's going to be another kill for the Lucian, who's now sitting at 7, 3, and 6, and the Jarvan sitting at 7, 2, and 9. Pretty incredible scores coming out of those two guys, and it looks like sadly the Lee Sin is just not able to carry with that early lead that he had over the Jarvan and the early pressure that he was putting on. It just was not enough to carry the team right now, and they're pretty much playing from behind. They're going to have to get some good wardage in their jungle, make sure that they can try to get somebody picked off, and they're going to need to protect that Kog'Maw, because he's currently doing a lot of damage with his Trinity Force. The main issue right now, I would think, is that Bjergsen hasn't hit like his main stride, so he can't really assassinate somebody yet. Does have his Lich Bane now, though, so he will be getting closer to that ability. But with Irelia going for that Trinity Force first, definitely does a ton of damage. But Irelia just is not tanky right now. Finally starting to build towards that Giant's Belt. Don't know what she's going to turn that into in the end. But just can currently not take enough can't take enough damage without dying. So ends up just dying in the back line when she's trying to get onto somebody like Lucian, who's just going to get Wild Growth by the Lulu. And yeah, they lose their front line very quickly. Luckily, Leona is fairly tanky. Already going for that face of the mountain very, very early. So obviously wanting to keep either Bjergsen or Kog'Maw alive for as long as humanly possible. But currently it does not seem to be working. Oh, there we go. The fight of the emote spam. I actually love Leona's emote spam. That little thing where she swings her sword. It's freaking awesome. It's one of my favorites. But it looks like the blue buff going over to Lulu, fairly standard stuff. But looking at the CS, Bjergsen is doing a phenomenal job at his CS. 180 to the 129 of the Lulu. He's definitely winning out that mid lane CS battle. Tryndamere getting caught out a little bit here. Is going to probably try to spin through. but he does have the Kog'Maw now. The shutdown bonus going to Kog'Maw. A lot of gold going over into his pockets. That is definitely not where the blue team wanted that gold going. And it looks like while all that's going on, there's nobody here to currently respond to the Bjergsen split push. Oh, here comes Locodoco, though, doing a lot of damage to the Lulu, but is going to get away from that one. Locodoco now getting trapped in the Cataclysm from the Jarvan. Bjergsen is not here to fight with them, though, but Tryndamere is not here for the other team because he's dead. Jarvan taking a lot of damage, even through with that wild growth. Looks like the Q from Lee Sin landed onto the Nami, and a completely ineffective culling is going to go out. So very well done from the purple team. While all that was going on, Bjergsen's split push ended up getting him the second tier turret in that bot lane. Very, very well played by Bjergsen. And well played for the rest of the purple team too, knowing that they could take on that fight even though they're behind and do a very good job. Tryndamere is now up though, and he's going to be starting to clear out that bot lane. Make sure that Bjergsen can't just continue to split push. Bjergsen going pretty aggressive onto people, but is now going to finally run away from this one. Bjergsen does have his Trickster up in 2 seconds, taking a ton of damage from that Tryndamere. Not going to get over the wall, though, and that's going to be a kill for Lulu, picking up Bjergsen, and now it looks like Lee Sin taking a ton of damage, killing spree for Lucian. Leona going in onto the Lulu, but it's not going to be enough to pick him up, and it looks like it's going to be a dead Leona for the Lulu, and now the Kog'Maw is in a very, very bad spot because Lucian has the red buff. Is he going to be able to slide through here? No, he doesn't quite have it up, I don't believe. And Kog'Maw's going to get away from that one. Well, assuming that the Jarvan doesn't decide to chase through, but it doesn't look like he's going to. They're going to start pinging for the Baron. Very interesting call. The Lee Sin is going to be up in 8 seconds. I don't think he's going to have enough speed to get to this Baron unless he builds home guards and tries to get there as quickly as humanly possible. But I think this very well might be a free Baron for the blue team. The Culling coming out to try to do as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible to this Baron. And Locodoco is coming around. It's going to be able to do a lot of damage to somebody, but I don't know if Locodoco by himself is going to have enough to take down any member of this team and prevent the Baron. No, Locodoco is going to go down, and now the Baron is taking a lot of damage. Lee Sin is not going to get here in time, and that is going to be a Baron for the blue team alongside another kill. Very, very impressive stuff coming out of that blue team. It's sad because I thought that the purple team was just about to turn things around. Oh, but Bjergsen finding the Lucian. Is he going to be able to get the shutdown bonus? But no, the fish ends up missing. I'm trying to think of what the hell the name is. Chum the Waters. There we go. Missing on the Lucian. Is going to go over here, try to pick him up, but it is not going to be enough. He does not get that Q off on him, and Jarvan going to pick up the kill on Bjergsen. It looks like Bjergsen is now going for a Zhonya's Hourglass, so it's one of those things. I would figure that he was going to go for a Deathfire Grass to be kind of hyper aggressive, but currently he's just not been able to be hyper aggressive, so he's had to go for a Zhonya's Hourglass instead. But oh man, that sucks. The surrender vote coming out, and it looks like the purple team had just had enough. Definitely a good game played by well, all the members here. It was a very, very exciting game. A lot of action, a lot of really cool plays. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that Bjergsen Fizz game. If you did, press that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And I will see you guys, as always, in the next video.